We will terminate you without a notice. You're gone. No joke. We will terminate you without a notice. We will terminate you. We will terminate you. Terminate you. Terminate you. We will. We will. We will. We will. Terminate you. 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 Without a notice, you're gone. 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 Without a, without a, without a, without a, without a, without a, without a. We will terminate you. Gone. 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 We will terminate you. We will gone. We will terminate you. We will gone. We will terminate you without a notice. You're gone.
Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing tonight? I hope that you are all having a fabulous, wonderful, wonderful, amazing night. If you have not already gone and seen, I did upload a video earlier today. We did a premiere, and it was a reaction to Red Redfern's video about conviction. So after you are done watching this live stream, if you haven't seen it yet, go and make sure that you check that out. And that is not the only thing that I uploaded today. That's right, I've been killing it today. I also uploaded a short today, and just in case you didn't see it, because not many people did, sometimes my shorts really hit if they're about a cult. If they're about OnPassive, it's about 50-50. And then if it's about any other MLM, they do awful. But I did upload a short today, and it does have to do with what we're talking about tonight. So forgive me if you've already seen it, Joe. Sorry. But I'm just going to play it quickly again. It's less than a minute long. So I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and why would Ash Mufareh ask people to fill out a KYC other than to vet the members and then, of course, gain control over them, as we know MLMs like to do, because they're commercial cults. But do you think that Ash Mufareh is actually running data harvesting scams? I know it's something that we've talked about a lot in the past. I just don't feel like maybe we've had the evidence to really say, look at why else would he be doing this until right now when there really is no reason for it whatsoever, since he has an 8-year director's bar from the S.E.C for running a business. So it's not like he can ever pay out commissions and he cannot sell them any products. So why the KYC? But do you think that Ash Mufareh is actually running data harvesting scams? Yeah, so I put that question out to my lovely, lovely audience here. And it is kind of something that I have been kind of talking about here and there before, in the past when we've talked about OnPassive and even Victory with Ash, since it's been Victory with Ash. And tonight I just kind of wanted to officially come out here and have a real discussion about it. And then tomorrow, we're going to react to Chris Johnson's video that he uploaded tonight. Don't you worry. I saw it. We're going to react to it tomorrow, hopefully in the afternoon. If not, then the mid-evening, probably around dinner time. Thank you, Joe. That was recorded this morning. Hello, Silvio. Thank you for the $1.99. I'm babysitting. Can you please say hi, Gia? Hello, Gia. Hello, Violet. You're here for the blue vase. Unfortunately, no blue vase right now. No blue vase right now. I am tired, and the lighting in my house is really shitty at nighttime. Even with the ring light, it still isn't perfect. Hello, Mr. Level. Good to see you. But I do want to talk to you guys about the whole know your customer scheme thing, because it is something that has happened to people in the past. I'm not just making up that this is a thing, I promise. So I thought that we would have a little discussion about what is it? What the hell am I talking about when I say is Ash Mufareh running a KYC harvesting scheme? What the hell does that mean? Hello, Cheyenne Man Todd. I don't know if I said that right at all, but hello there. Pink hand wavings. I'm glad that you're all here. All right, so quickly. Know your customer. The scam. All right, we all know what the know your customer is. Already? Hello, Sam. Short was good, thank you. So, let's get into the know your customer scam. As we all know, Ash Mufareh has opened up Victory with Ash, which is allegedly your exclusive space where opportunities and growth await. Stay connected with the latest announcements and events. Okay, this is it. This is the original website on a phone. And one of the very first things that he did, of course, Mr. Ash Mufareh, upon opening up Victory with Ash, is he asked everyone to do a KYC verification. Okay? He even went as far as to say that if the KYC verification and email validation was not done within 30 days of your registration, you would be completely removed from the system. Terminated without notice. Okay? Terminated without notice. Maybe we need to do. I think the short does work in here. See, StreamYard changed all of their things, so
we will terminate you without a notice. You're gone. No joke. We will terminate you without a notice. We will
we'll terminate you without a notice. So there we go. It does work. So that's a thing that he started. And remember, he's asking everyone to sign up 10 people within 100 days, who then have to sign up 10 people, etc. So lots of people coming in. In 2025, now in 2026, compliance with Know Your Customer KYC laws is no longer optional for businesses operating in the United States. I want to be fully transparent about everything to do with the KYC and the scams here, because I have a feeling that Ash is going to try to claim that this is why he's getting them to fill out the KYC. And KYC, I'm going to explain to you why it's not. Don't worry. KYC rules, part of a broader anti-money laundering, AML, and counter-terrorist financing, CTF framework, require companies to verify the identity of clients, monitor all of their transactions, and of course flag suspicious activity. And the thing is, the KYC will also flag suspicious activity. I'm glad that your niece is having a blast. I hope that she is of age for this video. Mind you, my daughter has heard me stream. Originally applied primarily to banks and financial institutions, KYC obligations now extend to fintech firms, cryptocurrency exchanges, payment processors, investment advisors, and even certain non-financial businesses. Okay, so certain non-financial businesses may need to have a KYC. The stakes are high. Failure to comply can result in heavy penalties, reputational damage, and in some cases, criminal liability. In 2024 alone, U.S. regulators issued over $4.6 billion in fines globally for AML and KYC violations, underscoring how aggressively enforcement has escalated. According to this article, linked down below in my description are all of the sources. So, businesses subject to KYC obligations must implement processes that cover 4 main areas. And the reason why I want to go over this with you is so that you understand the types of businesses that require a KYC and everything about it. Because although we've touched on the very general, broad aspect of a KYC and what it is and why businesses have it, this is kind of more the legalities now. We're getting a little bit deeper, and we're really getting into the different types of companies, again, that would use a KYC. So, as you can see, there's a column here, a lovely chart. The first column, requirement, then we have description, and we have example and practice. So, the first requirement is a customer identification program. And the description is that it collects and verifies identity information before onboarding. An example is a crypto exchange verifying a driver's license and proof of address. A crypto exchange. So, the next requirement is customer due diligence. The description says, assess the risk level of each customer, monitor for red flags. An example in practice is classifying G clients as low, medium, or high risk. So, requirement is enhanced due diligence, EDD. So, extort the text for high-risk customers or politically exposed persons. Okay? And examples in practice is running background checks on overseas investors. Again, crypto exchanges involve crypto money. Investors involve the exchange of money. Requirement, ongoing monitoring, continuous tracking of customer activity to detect unusual behavior. An example in practice is a bank flagging large wire transfers as inconsistent with prior activity. Like if you have never done a large transfer before, large wire transfer, and then all of a sudden you do a wire transfer for $1 million, the bank might be like, what the fuck is this about? You know, like, and that is to try to stop fraud, scams, money laundering, etc. Crime, you know? But you'll notice that one thing in common here is that All of this has to do pretty much with the exchange of money or cryptocurrency, which some argue is unregulated money that is on the internet. I mean, to the people that like crypto, they consider it money. You know what I'm saying? This is my language, Queen of Karma. That's right, it is. You know all about this, and we've had discussions about this. So, what is the Know Your Customer scam? How does it work? Especially considering all of these things are in place to avoid scams, fraud, money laundering, all of this stuff. I'm sure you're wondering, well, it's crazy then that there would actually be a scam related to the KYC. What is the KYC scam? There's a few of them. So, the first one we're going to go over is about an email KYC scam. So the premise is that recipients receive an email with the subject KYC verification, claiming the need for Know Your Customer verification to secure their cryptocurrency wallets. The email suggests that completing the KYC process is essential for uninterrupted use of their digital wallet and offers enhanced protection against fraud. The deceptive claims, of course, is that the email falsely asserts that compliance with the KYC verification process will enable users to continue storing, withdrawing, and transferring their digital assets without interruptions. KYC doesn't legitimize anything, right? The email directs recipients to a fraudulent website in this case. And the specific website in this scam was webappfx.gq, where the KYC verification is supposed to take place. This website is associated with the MetaMask scam variant, targeting MetaMask wallet users. So that's a crypto. And victims of the scam risk significant financial loss as attackers aim to gain unauthorized access to MetaMask wallets and potentially steal stored digital assets. Here is this guy that's famous allegedly in Bollywood. So Bollywood actor. All right, as you can see, it says online KYC scam. Actor Aftab Shivdasani lost 1.5 lakh. Here is how you can stay safe. And they do a whole article about it. It is linked down below if you want to go and read the whole article. It was basically the same scam I just told you about, although his came in a text message. But it was pretty much the same thing. Came with a link, clicked on the link, thought he was doing a KYC. It ended up had a bunch of his money stolen. Right? I always thought it stood for Know Your Cult. Well, here it does. So just to get an idea of how much that is $1,801.80 US that he had stolen from him. This is a woman from New Delhi. She is a social media influencer named, and I'm so sorry, I'm probably going to butcher this, but Akanksha Thakral has become the latest victim of a meticulously planned financial fraud, losing a staggering 10,000. Thakral, known for her online presence, shared her ordeal in a viral video detailing how a seemingly routine phone call led to a devastating financial loss and a profound sense of violation. And again, just to get an idea of how much money that is, in US dollars, that is $1,321.32, which I would not be able to lose. That is like my rent. So, way too much to lose to a scam. And I don't know how famous of a social media influencer she really is. She had a decent amount of following on Instagram, though. But it says, that her nightmare began with a phone call from an individual posing as an Axis Bank official. The caller informed her that her Know Your Customer verification was pending, a common pretext used by scammers to gain access to sensitive information. Initially, she expressed her intention to complete the verification later. However, the persistent caller phoned again in the evening, this time offering a convenient remote solution. Funny how you couldn't offer that the first time, you know? He assured her that she could complete the KYC process without visiting a bank branch, which maybe I would recommend doing, you know? Why, hello there. I didn't realize I got a sex change apparently in the last 2 seconds. This seemingly helpful gesture proved to be a cleverly disguised trap. She received a WhatsApp link, which directed her to a meticulously crafted, fraudulent Axis Bank KYC update page. Unsuspecting, she entered her personal and financial details on the fake website. Within a mere 10 minutes, the consequences of her actions became painfully clear. She received an alert that 50,000 rupees had been debited from her account. Panic-stricken, she attempted to log out of her UPI applications, but the damage was already done. Further debits followed, leaving her with a mere 800 rupees. Reacting quickly, she transferred the remaining balance to a secure account. The influencer later discovered that the fraudulent KYC link had enabled the scammer to install a message spoofing application on her phone. This malicious software allowed the criminals to intercept and manipulate her messages, granting them unfettered access to her financial information. Beyond the financial loss, she expressed deep frustration with the response she received from law enforcement. She claimed that both the police and cybercrime officials were dismissive of her complaint. The police weren't helpful. They said, "Ma'am, we get cases like this every day. How could someone so educated fall for this?" And that was very disappointing for me to read, because I have tried to explain so many times on my channel how intelligence honestly doesn't have anything to do with being manipulated or being scammed at all. It has nothing to do with your intelligence. And it's just what? The law enforcement said that? Lord. So she recounted in her video caption, this dismissive attitude added to her distress, leaving her feeling vulnerable and unsupported. Obviously, that's a problem. The influencer also conveyed the emotional toll of the incident, describing a lingering sense of unease. "I lost money, but more than that, I had that sinking feeling of someone tracking my phone. I rebooted it, but that creepy feeling remained." And here's the social media post here. And apparently her phone was also hacked by this, because when they got access to her email, they also managed to get access to her phone somehow. So she tried to reboot her phone and do a bunch of stuff to get them to stop, but nothing really seemed to work. Police weren't helpful, so eventually she just had to get a new phone. And that is some of the ways that the Know Your Customer scam works. But there is another way that the Know Your Customer scam works, and it might be the very thing that Ash Mufareh is doing, which is what I obviously want to get into next. Because there is one more way that you can run this scam, which apparently not a lot of people know about, because when I was trying to research more information, because I research everything I talk about, by the way, there was not a lot of information on this. I mean, not a lot of helpful information. There weren't a lot of people speaking out about their stories of having this happen to them. Very few people speaking out. So, if this has happened to you, please come and share your story so that we can get it out there, and then we can protect more people from this. I think it's very important to spread awareness about these things to as many people as possible so that they can protect themselves from this. But as I've been asking all of you guys, is Victory with Ash running a KYC harvesting scheme, which again is kind of a different kind? And I'm sure you're like, what the heck is that about? So let's just get right into it. So again, in late 2025, Victory with Ash, formerly known as OnPassive, began aggressively pushing a new requirement. Every member must recruit 10 people within 100 days, and all 10 must complete KYC, Know Your Customer verification. On the surface, this is framed as a compliance measure and a step toward global legitimacy. But when you look closer, the demand raises more questions than answers, and none of them are comforting. KYC is a serious process. It involves handing over government-issued ID, personal details, selfies, addresses, and sometimes even financial information. Legitimate companies only require KYC when they are legally obligated to do so, typically banks, crypto exchanges, brokerages, and regulated financial institutions. OnPassive, Victory with Ash is none of these. So why the sudden push for mass identity collection? Which is something that I would argue they've been doing the entire time, really? But right now there's a bigger push for it than ever before. It's all they're doing, You know what I mean? So let's break down every single concern about this. So what KYC is and why this doesn't fit. KYC exists to prevent money laundering, fraud, and financial crime. It is required when a company handles customer funds, facilitates financial transactions, operates as a regulated exchange, is licensed under financial authorities. Again, this company, Victory with Ash, does not operate in any of these categories. It has no verified financial licenses, no regulatory oversight, and no legitimate reason to collect thousands of government IDs. It's not even really a company. I'm just calling it the company because they keep calling it the company. So, how am I supposed to refer to this? I can't really put in print, right in writing, the scam. I have to do it like a review, and then I'm protected. But anyway, when a company with no financial product demands KYC, it's not compliance, it's a red flag. The 100 people in 100 days rule is just not normal. Maybe in MLMs, but no legitimate business ties identity verification to recruitment quotas. This is not how compliance works. This is not how regulation works. This is not how KYC works. The structure looks far more like urgency. They're a little desperate. Pressure. Coercive control, which I like to think of myself as an advocate against coercive control, since I talk about MLMs, cults, other high control groups, weird groups on the internet and stuff. Pyramid style expansion and rapid data harvesting. If the goal were truly identity verification, there would be no need to tie it to recruitment deadlines or team building. This is the part that raises the most concern, which is kind of why I'm saying now is kind of the time to really talk about this. Possible motives behind unnecessary KYC collection. There are several reasons a non-regulated company might want to gather large amounts of identity data, and none of them are legitimate. Number 1, identity harvesting for resale. Full KYC packets, which are actually referred to as fulls, so full with a Z, are extremely valuable on the dark market, the dark web. They can be used for opening fraudulent bank accounts, crypto exchange accounts, loan fraud, synthetic identity creation, SIM swaps, passport, visa fraud, and money laundering. If a company is collecting thousands of IDs without regulatory need, this is a real risk. You know, it's worrisome. It's worrisome. Number 2, creating fake verified accounts. Some scam networks use harvested KYC to inflate user numbers, create fake verified profiles, bypass exchange restrictions, run bot farms, and manipulate crypto token launches. A massive pool of verified identities is a powerful tool for future fraud. And then, of course, the main one that we've talked about and in great detail, so of course I have to mention it again, is for psychological control. Requiring KYC can also be used to make members feel locked in, discourage chargebacks, create a false sense of legitimacy, increase compliance, deepen sunk cost fallacy. It's a coercive tactic disguised as security. Right? Ash Mufareh, in particular, Ash Mufareh, that man, the CEO of this thing, the thing that this is named after, since it's called Victory with Ash, his history makes this even more concerning. OnPassive, before it was Victory with Ash, has a long track record of very, very opaque operations, unverifiable claims, repeated launches that never materialize, and a charismatic leader-centric structure that encourages compliance over transparency. But there's an additional factor that raises the stakes even higher. Ash Mufareh is currently under an 8-year director's bar issued by the S.E.C. A director's bar means he is prohibited from serving as an officer or director of certain types of companies for the duration of the ban. While the specifics of the bar relate to securities-related conduct, practical outcome is this. He cannot legally operate or oversee a business that requires regulated financial compliance, including KYC, until that bar expires. So it's not to pay out commissions. He can't do that. This makes Victory with Ash's sudden push for mass identity verification even more suspicious. If the company were truly operating as a regulated financial entity, Ash would be legally barred from running it. Yet he remains the central figure, the public face, and the decision maker. The company is even named after him. So we're left with a troubling contradiction. They are demanding KYC as if they are a regulated financial service, or even a fucking company, But the person running the operation is barred from running a regulated financial service. And the company has no licenses, no filings, and no regulatory oversight. This mismatch is not just a red flag, it's a fucking siren. So why would a company like this need your ID? Honestly, why would they need your ID? If they're only promoting OnPassive / Victory with Ash to the people that they each know, and they're only each signing up 10 people, why the heck would we even need all of this KYC verification? Like, we already did surveys. Like, we've already done the vetting. You know what I'm saying? My point is, that part should be over by now. So, this is overkill for that. If there is no financial product, if there is no regulatory requirement, because you can't run a company. If there is no license exchange, and if there is no legitimate reason that we can think of, right, then the question becomes unavoidable at this point. What is Victory with Ash planning to do with thousands of KYC documents? What are we collecting all of this for, Ash? What are we doing that for? Do you just like to have a stack of papers of all the people that you claim are part of your family? Like, I don't understand what's going on. Do you take them out and read them and look at them every once in a while? You should put them in a hardcover? Like, what are we doing with these? What is the point? Like I said, you already did all the vetting. That's facts. That's right. So, like, what are we doing? It's just ridiculous. Until the company provides a clear, verifiable, legally grounded explanation, the safest assumption is that the data is being collected for purposes unrelated to compliance and potentially harmful to the people providing it. So if you are in Victory with Ash, that is you. This is harmful for you. It doesn't hurt us. We're not the ones handing over our ID. I told you guys not to do that. I said, if you guys go do that, that's on your own. Okay? I advise against it. All right? I'm not even letting people troll this thing with their ID. Like, I'm just like, no. We just don't need to. No, I don't trust them. So it's harmful. By consumer warning, if a company cannot explain why it needs your ID, is not licensed as a financial institution, ties KYC to recruitment, pressures you to complete it quickly, has no transparent leadership, has a history of unfulfilled promises, you should not hand over your personal documents. Identity theft is not hypothetical. It is not rare. It is not something you can undo once your information is out there. And here's the thing. Once it's out there, you don't know whose hands it's getting into. Right? So if Ash is selling people's data, who knows who's getting this data and what it's being used for? So he can be like, oh, I assure you I'm only selling it to good sources or good marketing places or something. And it would still be like, okay, well, I don't trust you. What does that mean? There is nothing that he could say here. There is really no excuse for this, in my opinion. It's either this or we're just wasting time doing nothing, honestly. You know what I mean? Like we're just creating steps for people to go through just so that they have something to do for a second. Right? But it's like, then I go, how is he funding this? This alleged free platform. Like, you don't find it weird that he's like, I'll do this all for you for free. Just come fill out a KYC and get 10 other people to? That doesn't, no red flags, not one. Right? Like, Jelly says it's sad because the founders will bend over backwards to do anything Ash asks, even if it's handing over their personal data. Exactly. And there's not even a good reason to right now. Like, there isn't. You're not going to get your commissions. There is no commissions in Victory with Ash. You know? And he should be able to pay you your commissions, honestly, in the OES, which you already connected your bank account to. So you should be able to pull that out still. Unless you, like, aren't logging into your OnPassive OES anymore. He's supposed to be doing a 3-part thing in there. He hasn't posted in a while, but still. They're being told to log in every few hours and stuff, so. My final thoughts. Victory with Ash's sudden push for mass KYC collection, tied to recruitment quotas, urgency, and really ridiculous explanations. They're fucking stupid. Raises serious concerns about potential identity harvesting and coercive control. Combined with Ash Mufareh's S.E.C. Director's Bar, the contradictions become impossible to ignore. KYC is not a marketing tool. It is not a recruitment tactic, and it should never be used by a company that cannot legally operate a regulated financial service. Until Victory with Ash provides verifiable regulatory justification, consumers should treat this requirement as a major red flag. All right? Major red flag, sirens blazing. Do not give this man your personal information. It is not a good idea. Don't do it. I don't trust him at all with it. No clue what he's doing it. Like, what he needs it for. You know? He doesn't need it to upload videos in his Victory with Ash back office or give you these updates. Like I said, he already did the vetting. So, there we have it. I said it. I put it out there. I'm asking if that's what's being done. I'm saying maybe, be on the lookout for your information. Maybe just kind of like Google your name and make sure you're not popping up anywhere else if you're in this thing. Because he also is running a bunch of bots. And I don't know how he's doing all this. Right? Like, how is he paying for everything has always been our number one question. And we've always kind of floated it around in the air that something fishy is going on behind the scenes. And this might not be it, or it might be it. I'm just throwing it out there as a possibility, let's see what they have to say about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I just think that you should always proceed with caution. And again, this thing doesn't have a product. It's not providing a service. It's a bunch of broken promises and a bridge to an alleged future business. But I mean, you saw what happened to the last one. So, again, not sure what we're excited for, but maybe Chris Johnson will let us all know tomorrow when we see what he had to say tonight. So, I hope to see you all then. I hope that all of you have a fabulous, amazing rest of your night. That's all I've got for you today, other than the video that I uploaded earlier today. So go and check that out as well. I am on camera for that one. Everyone's always like, you're never on camera. I'm like, I am on camera, just mainly in videos though. Not as much in live streams, because I usually do them in the evening and the lighting sucks and I'm tired. But I hope that all of you have a fabulous, fabulous night. Remember, tomorrow on the community tab, we're going to be talking about recovery after you leave a coercive, controlling environment. And so I've been doing that every single Wednesday. Like Monday is MLM Wednesday. What the hell? Monday is MLM Monday. Thank you. Wednesday, we talking about recovery. Friday is all about Friday. And I try to spread awareness as much as I can about MLMs and other consumer protection related issues. And, stuff about cults sometimes. So make sure you check it out. And I'll see you all for a live stream tomorrow to react to Chris Johnson. Because it's been a while. But he finally uploaded. Have a fabulous evening. I love all of your faces. And like always, how we always end these streams, we're in it to win it. Woo woo!
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
We know, piano.
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
We are here.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
We are OnPassive, shining bright into the future. We rise high.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's the call. Hey.
Tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn. We are the
And I'm your friend.
That negative YouTube channel has got no power.
My name is Ash Mufareh.
bringing hope.
If you're rude, if you've been doubting or
We're a nation
spying or we know
rising with one love,
Stop going there.
with one hope.
She wants to be the first to make us look silly.
Solution.
Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought out.
Let's
Her debate was 3 minute Ash. Another Queen of Karma. Asking about why don't we answer the question. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them all morning long. It's not the answer you want, but on the Reverend King Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana. All right, no joke.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and do that to bring you talking about your experiences.
my name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Elch, by the way.
And I'm your friend.
We're the stars! We're the stars!
Stop going there.
We are
That negative YouTube channel got more followers on it than I do on my own. It breaks my
My name is Ash Mufareh.
Stop going there. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Guyana.